I am taking on the VMAX challenge. In order to complete it, I need to build a deck and win at least once with every single Pokemon VMAX. In order for the win to count, I need to have taken at least one prize card with the featured Pokemon VMAX or deck my opponent out. Will I be able to do this, or will I rage quit? Watch the video to find out. If you're buying any cards from TCG Player, please use the link in the description to help support my content. This video is sponsored by Pokemon Store, TCG Player, PokemonCard.io, and Card Market. Welcome back to our VMAX challenge. It's been a while since I last streamed this past Sunday. That's because I've been very busy with many things, but we are now finally back live. But if you're watching YouTube, you definitely haven't noticed any sort of pauses. We're finally starting with the Evolving Skies VMAXs, the set that contains the highest amount of VMAXs out of all of them. And give me 1 second, I have a filter on my webcam that I don't intend to have. There we go. That way I have more space to do more movement with my hands. Anyways, LEAFEON VMAX is up first with the Grass Knot attack doing 60 damage for each colorless and your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost, and Max Leaf doing 170 damage, and you heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Now, of course, at this point we're all familiar, if you've paid attention to any of the previous VMAX videos, how good LEAFEON V is, and now you get to power itself. Now it gets to power itself up with Greeting Cells, where once during your turn we may search our deck for a grass energy and attach it to one of our Pokemon, meaning we don't whiff a turn 1 attachment. Now, the best partner with LEAFEON, surprise surprise, is none other than Inteleon, and we're gonna be playing with that guy along with our beautiful Sobbles and Shady Tailings Drizzles to search for stuff. I do believe we can play one Crobat to help us out a little bit. Now, if I were playing, some of you might remember, if I were trying to like make this super hyper meta, I would definitely be playing Moltres in this. Yeah, absolutely I would. However, we're just trying to score a win. We're not trying to have positive matchups against Mew or anything like that. So that is why I am not going to go ahead and play it that way. Someone's at the door, so sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so just adding the regular stuff that you would expect to see in a LEAFEON VMAX deck, but as I was mentioning, I would be adding Galarian Moltres V and a few other things in order to try and have a good counter to Mew, because Mew is definitely an issue for this deck as it doesn't have any retreat costs. So even with a Galar Mine, you're not even two-shotting a Mew VMAX. With your first attack and your second attack requiring 3 energies can be a little pesky or annoying. So just some food for thoughts. Why do I have so much space? Because I don't have any switching, right? So scoop up nets, probably want one scoop up net and one switch. I think that's, and pardon if you hear weird noises, that's because they're doing some work outside my apartment, so might be a lot of like weird noises going around. One scoop up net, I think one switch. There's definitely merit to one switch. I think I'm gonna take out the Crobat for that switch. I don't think I'll need the Crobat. Alright. Could be Escape Rope, but I think Switch is good enough. Alright, I like this. We have options, we have consistency, and we have our beautiful, beloved LEAFEON, which has been one of the MVPs of this series. For deck number 50, challenge number 50, we are now starting up with LEAFEON. Alrighty. Jump into LEAFEON VMAX and see what we can do with it. Alrighty. We do seem to be up against Mew VMAX, so I'm not gonna give up, right? There's still a chance we beat Mew. It's just not a very high one. Getting 2 energies on a LEAFEON on turn 1 is definitely the best way to try and get a win. Unfortunately, no LEAFEON for me means we're gonna be delayed by a turn, and any advantage that I had of going first is no longer available per se, right? But I mean, I guess Mew sleeves don't necessarily mean Mew deck, but it usually does. And we have been winning a lot, right? Ever since Battle Styles, we have been winning a lot more. Oh, but we're actually up against a single strike deck. Interesting. You know what? I'm just gonna grab the Drizzle. I don't expect my opponent to donk me, so I'm just gonna pass. And then that way I have guaranteed LEAFEON off of the Drizzle. Fully don't expect to get donked right here. Alright, there's the single strike Urshifu. Hello Dragoneye, thanks so much for being here. Why that face? Alright, my opponent did absolutely nothing here, which is pretty odd. Alright, I didn't want to start without you, Dragoneye, but you arrived late, what can I say? Alright, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll go ahead and switch, and we'll go ahead and research, because once again my LEAFEON is not threatened. At all, really. So, pretty solid start. I guess I'll attach the tool jammer as well, and could end up wanting the boss next turn, so I'm just gonna go ahead and establish another Sobble. Don't need another LEAFEON just yet. And we'll go ahead and greening cells onto ourselves. Honestly, based on my opponent's draw, we might get a very easy quick win here. And yes, already at LEAFEON, we've done 49 VMAXs already. LEAFEON, based on my opponent's previous actions, might be a 1 gamer as well. So I'll probably play a couple more games just to pad up the video and the entertainment, but yeah, or if my opponent concedes here, then I won't count the win. Either way, I'm playing more games with LEAFEON. Wow, okay, so they just decide to concede, not concede, sorry, like not do anything really. So we'll just Grass Knot, take the KO, and technically the win counts now. Pretty boring and late game though. Not what we want to see. So LEAFEON is done, but I will continue to play at least a couple more games with LEAFEON, right? Just to showcase the deck a little bit more. Alright. Next up is Trevenant. Yeah, Trevenant VMAX, and afterwards Flareon. I do fully expect those to take way longer than a LEAFEON would have normally, and then we have Gyarados. So those 3 decks are going to be problematic. Yes, I know Illuminate and Evolving Skies like really had way too many VMAXs. It had 15 VMAXs. That's definitely an insane amount of VMAXs. Exactly, that's why I'm playing more with LEAFEON. That is why I am playing more with LEAFEON right here. Precisely the reason why. Okay. So double Sobble start for both of us. Correction, triple Sobble start for my opponent. Okay, so we're up against the Hoopa Sableye deck, right? Which is a little scary. Fully expect my active Sobble to go down next turn, though maybe not. No use in using keep fault. No purpose in using Keep Calling. Just attaching the energy there is great. Using Max Leaf could actually be beneficial if I end up healing some damage and getting myself out of the potential KO range of Sableye, so that's something to keep in mind. I don't think this is a very good matchup though, unfortunately. Alright. Tons of level balls. Chaining the drizzles? Are you really doing that? Yep. Clearly showing that they don't understand to the full extent how to best utilize Shady Dealings. But despite that, we'll probably end up losing out here. But yeah, this is not the way you want to do it. There are some situations where you do, but my opponent is definitely not in one of those right now. Okay, so we know they have the Drizzle in their hand. And they've done 2 level balls and 1 instance. So if I go ahead and Marnie right here, then I take away a Drizzle and maybe it'll cause a lost turn for my opponent, which is what we are going for. So not ideal, but not terrible. And Marnie, we don't need any sort of extra support in order to KO the Hoopa, which is fantastic. We get our Leafeon, which is great. And we'll go ahead and Grass Knot for the KO. Probably shouldn't have pinched that, because now it could get bossed, and then I would have to search for the switch, so that was preemptive from me. And Sub Knight, hello, and wow, sorry, wow, Trinket Gym, I just realized, thank you so much for the raid. Wow, I wasn't even paying attention, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much, and thank you, Andrew, how was your stream? Thank you so much, I did not notice, thank you so much. And Dean Kong, not valid, Radicalny, Org Pride, thank you so much for the follows. I just noticed, sorry about that. I did not realize. Truth Speaker, Acres, thank you so much. Theater, thank you so much for the follow. Those of you, I don't have an SO thing coordinated, I really should. Suzerton, TFO, thanks so much for the follow. So, for those of you who might not know me, my name is Tablemon, and I am out here playing the VMAX challenge, which the goal of this is to get a win with every single VMAX Pokemon out there. And once we do, we can move on and play with the next one. Yeah, so that's the goal with this challenge, and it's been working out pretty nicely so far. We've beaten 49 of the previous VMAXs, and we've done so in a pretty cool manner, I would say, with some original decks, some very standard decks, but overall having a ton of fun and using Leafeon has been one of the MVPs of the whole series, basically. All right, so this is where I was talking earlier before the raid. Once I use Max Leaf to heal 30 damage, I will be out of range of a Sableye KO. So they will need Sableye, Raihan, the energy, and also the Quick Shooting Intillion. So it's an extra card that they need in order to accomplish the KO, along with a switching card, because I did play the Glarmine or a Stadium. Either or, right? Either or. Alright. Pretty good setup. If they don't evolve into Drizzle, we can also potentially get a knockout right there. So things are working out very nicely. And per the rules, we already got a win with Leafeon VMAX. But I'm just playing a little bit more to showcase the deck, because the win ended up being a death draw by an opponent. I am not playing Leafeon V-Star in this. I haven't gotten any Leafeon V-Stars myself yet, and I was trying to complete this before V-Stars come out, so I don't want to include V-Stars with VMAXs. I want to be done with this without any influence from Brilliant Stars onwards. The hardest VMAX was Cobraja for sure, by far, and Flapple VMAX was a close second, I think. If you're interested in watching the rest of the videos, all of them are on my YouTube channel. Yeah, all the previous VMAXs are on my YouTube channel. I just link to the playlist right there on the in the chat in case you want to take a look and find your favorite VMAX and watch how long or how well it did to get that one win. And we also have other rules, such as if we win by decking out an opponent, that win also counts. It's either we have to take at least one knockout with our VMAX for the win to count, or we must have decked them out, otherwise the win won't count. I appreciate it, Dwanner, for watching. And wins are added, like the necessary wins to clear a VMAX are added if we get 3 subs for non-meta decks, or for every single sub for meta decks. So that's what we're doing, and it's been pretty fun. It's generally been pretty fun. Hola Trey, muchas gracias por estar por aquí. I also speak Spanish. A lot of people are always very surprised that I speak Spanish. But yes, I speak Spanish because I am from Mexico. All right, so I'm gonna do this. That's 2 stadiums gone now for my opponent, and I really feel like going after the Coco here is a good call. I kind of want to evolve into Drizzle, but I also don't want to. Because of Raihan's searching possibilities, my Sobble is dead. So, I mean, I guess I'll grab it, but I'm not gonna evolve it. I'm gonna play this, and then I'll pressure this Sobble now, which I think they have the Drizzle in their hand, but that's okay. And then we'll max Leaf to heal. I mean, they're planning on the Sableye KO, but then this Leafeon will have taken 3 prizes by then, and that's good enough. You know, that is absolutely good enough for me. Taking 3 prizes with your VMAX against their single prizers, that's a fair trade-off. After Leafeon, we have Trevenant VMAX, and then Leafeon VMAX. I mean, Trevenant and then Flareon, sorry. And Johnny7072, thanks so much for follow. Divo439 as well. Cheers, Taco Tocano. Yeah, we're going by release date, and we're also going by order in which the sets were released. And I mean, order in which the VMAXs are listed in the set number, right? So that's why we always have like Grass into Fire, into Water, Lightning, Psychic, Fighting, Dark, and then Dragon. We will finally have our first Dragon Pokemon with Rayquaza and Duraludon, but those are the last 2 from Evolving Skies, so still a ways to go. Okay, now my Leafeon VMAX will be taking its 4th prize card, making it even more cost effective, right? And there is a possibility that I knock out a Drizzle next turn, which my opponent could actually not expect. If I spread the damage this way, with the Scoop Up Net, I am guaranteed, as long as I evolve this turn, right? That is why I'm doing it now. Now I have guaranteed triple quick shooting. So I should be able to win the game next turn, assuming nothing too crazy happens. And then with the boss, I think it's better to just go after the Moltres, which is a much bigger threat than the Hoopa, right? And I think we're gonna get another very solid win against this deck, and really cool, you know? Isn't Colorless the last one? Yes, Colorless would be the last one, but there aren't any Colorless VMAXs in Evolving Skies. Yeah, but yes, Colorless would be the last. Travis playable, it just isn't that great. Yeah, I think we're going to be focusing on Trevenant's second attack, which does 180 or something for 3 energy. So like it's just a worse Leafeon VMAX basically. And we're going to be using Leafeon to power it up because it does take grass energy. Yeah, everything's better than Copperajah and Flapple. Everything has been better than Copperajah and Flapple. Tapu Koko also was a little difficult. Tapu also took a while, but I also made a ton of mistakes, I think, in that one. Chandler will be interesting as well. Chandler will be difficult, but Chandler is one of the last ones that we need to do. Alright, there's a scoop up net, so they will be getting a knockout, but I will be getting 2 prizes this turn, and that will be the game. Because my opponent did not evolve one of their drizzles. Yeah, Eevee was pretty bad as well. Eevee was pretty bad. You could combine Trev plus Chandler at the Blastoise, that is true. That is very true. Alright, so now all we need to do is go quick shooting once. Quick shooting twice. Now deck building for Flareon is going to be very interesting. And then we get scoop up net. We get quick shooting thrice. What's my favorite VMAX? Like in terms of playability, in terms of artwork, in terms of potential. Like out of all of them, I think my favorite is LEAFEON. I always really I feel like LEAFEON is an interesting card. And second is Salamence, because I really like Salamence, and also it has interesting attacks. It's not like just straightforward damage, you know? But anyways, LEAFEON is now done. That will be the only game, the only bonus game that I will play, since that took a bit. And I want to move on to Trevenant. So don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back with our next VMAX.